welcome back to the Overflowing Glass. How are you guys doing? I'm doing great. It's 60 degrees out and the end of November. It's November 30th. I cannot complain. I'm so happy. I'm in a sundress and it's November, so there's no complaints for me today. It's fantastic. So I wanted to talk to you today about this myth that happy people, that bubbly people, that excited people, that they don't have anything to offer, that they are dense, that there's really nothing to them, that they're just superficial. I got into a conversation with a friend of mine, and this friend of mine is kind of, how would we put it? I like to say like melancholy artist, like one of those people that something's always wrong, there's always drama, there's a lot of complaining, but also that artistry. So I'm gonna use that drama to go towards my artistry. And we got into, I don't wanna say an argument, but kind of a debate, because I asked him one day, why do you choose to always be kind of in a bad mood, is how I put it. I mean, I didn't use those words, but why do you choose to be unhappy? And he told me that he used to be, and that people that he respected kind of came out and said, like, you're too happy and there's something wrong with you. And that got me thinking like a lot, because the people I most look up to, the people that I think have the most substance to them, are the happy people. I'm not saying that people who are unhappy, who are depressed, who are anxious don't have substance. What I'm saying is the people who have been through hell, have been through so much stuff, but are able to say, you know what, I see a future out of this still. I can see why it happened. I can see good that can come out of it, and I can see a light at the end of the tunnel. Those are the people that inspire me the most. It's not the people who stay down all the time and make that choice to not rise above it. The people who stay down all the time, I get tired of it. If somebody's a musician and their music's always sad and melancholy, I stop listening after 2 minutes because I get bored. I get really honestly bored by it. Or if a movie or TV show is just too much sadness and not enough happy, I can't. Like, for instance, I've tried 3 times to watch A Handmaid's Tale. I think that the premise of it is fantastic, but you don't see the hope. There's no hope in there. It's always despair, constantly. And now I'm tired of it. I'm like, nope, I can't. I am so bored by this lack of hope and by this just constant down, 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 down. And just when you think there is a light at the end of the tunnel, bam, down again. I can't handle it. It's not that yes, I do get kind of sad, but I honestly get bored. I get so incredibly bored. But there's an author and podcaster that I just look up to so much. He got into a horrific car accident, wasn't expected to live out of that, and then got lung cancer and again wasn't supposed to live. And not only is he living, he's freaking thriving. He took these adversities that he was going through, and through that he was able to see what positivity could come out of it. What could he offer to the world through this adversity? What value could he bring? And now he's one of the most inspirational people in the world. He has sold millions of copies of his books. He gives talks. He actually is releasing a movie next month. This is one of the most inspirational people. And it's not because he's down all the time, and it's not because he's never had problems. It's because of the way he chose to address those problems. I have people asking me, how can you be so happy all the time? How can you be so bubbly? How can you have all this energy? And the answer is, I choose to. I honestly choose to. Why would you want to choose to be sad all the time? Why would you want to choose to be down, to have no energy, to have no life, to have no purpose? It is a choice. And I know people are like, you're not going through what I went through. Well, I went through a lot, you guys. I know I look great, like I've got it all together, but I have gone through abuse of physical, sexual, spiritual, and mental, every kind of abuse possible. Some of those by somebody that you're supposed to trust more than anything in the world. And I got very badly abused. I have gone through abandonment. I have gone through having a learning disorder. You guys, I could be like down and hate my life, but I choose not to. Yeah, I can honestly say that I have been raped. I've had a drug problem. I've had a drinking problem. But none of that defines me. It gives me purpose, and it gives me a history and a strength to build upon. But I am not those things. I am not a victim, and I choose not to be a victim. That's why I'm happy. This isn't fake, you guys. This is real. This is like the honest me. And I can honestly say that when I am happy, I am very, to my core, happy. But it's because I chose to be. Now, it's hard. I'm not gonna lie. It is not an easy thing. I would recommend, if you want to change kind of how you feel, there's a book called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. It's by Dr. Joe Dispenza. And it talks about how we are conditioned. When we start to feel an emotion, we're conditioned to continually feel that emotion. And to change out of that, to get out of that emotion, is hard and it's uncomfortable. Our brains are addicted to these emotions that we feel. If you are depressed, you are addicted to feeling depressed. And your brain and your body will do anything it can to keep you there, to keep you down. You have to ask yourself, are you going to make the choice? And it is a choice to get very uncomfortable and change it. Happiness doesn't happen because of a magic wand. You aren't just one day happy. It is a choice, and it is work. And it's uncomfortable work. It is hard work. But it's worth it, you guys. It is worth it. It is worth getting out of your comfort zone to be able to have hope and to be able to have a purpose in life. To be able to say, yes, I got through this, and so can you. If you were to ask me if I had a chance to never go through that stuff I went through, to lead a normal life, would I do it? The answer is no. No. Everything I've gone through, all the pain, all the trauma, I have PTSD symptoms, I have anxiety, I still have the tendency to get depressed. But I wouldn't give any of it up, because it has taught me such a strength, and it's taught me what real happiness is and what real hope is, what real optimism is. And in this conversation that I had with a friend of mine, he pointed out that maybe people who haven't gone through really bad things, maybe the reason that they are so melancholy, so depressed and grumpy, is because they don't have that dichotomy of really bad, so then seeing something really good. They just kind of had meh their whole life. I haven't had meh my whole life. My life has been a lot of this. So I can compare the really good to the really bad, and I can make a choice of how I want to feel. But if somebody's never been in a situation where they haven't felt either the low or the high, they don't really know that there is a choice to be made. They don't really know that there is this wide range of emotions. The people who've really gone through shit are the people that just inspire me so much, because they took what they went through and they built a foundation of strength on that. And they didn't give up. There's people who have survived Holocaust, who have survived cancer, who have survived abuse, who have survived deaths in their family. And they've come out stronger. They've come out more inspirational, and then they go on to help millions of people. I see nothing wrong with being happy. Because when happiness comes from a place of strength, it kind of says, you know what, you can do this. You can change your life to be happy. You can be happy. It's not easy, but you can if you really, really honestly want it. And from that sense of happiness and that place of serenity and well-being, you can create the most beautiful things. You can create art, music, you can write, you can create TV shows, podcasts. I do believe that emotions are the force of creativity. But why do we want it to be down all the time? Like, honestly, I want stuff to uplift me, just like I want to uplift you. That's my whole dream in life, is to pass on how I feel to you. So just remember, it's a choice. You can choose to be down, or you can choose to do the work and do the work to lift yourself up. And I hope you fill yourselves up totally full and overflowing, so then you are free to give to everybody else. I love you. Bye.